Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial for the Crochet Cropped Shrug. For this project, you will need yarn. For a size small, which I will be making, I will use 3 skeins. A 4mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, scissors, stitch marker, and measuring tape. Begin with a slip knot. Chain 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Beginning with the sleeve ribbing, round 1, single crochet in all the chains, starting from the second chain from the hook. I've completed round 1, moving on to round 2. It's chain 1 and turn. In this round, we will single crochet into all the back loops. So here's a front loop, and that would be a back loop. Continue to the end of the round. I've completed round 2 of the ribbing. Moving on to round 3, it's chain 1 and turn. Again, I will single crochet into all the back loops. Continue to the end of the round. I've completed the ribbing by working round 3 28 more times. Moving on to round 1 of the sleeves, it's chain 1 and turn. In this round, I will work single crochets all across. I'll space them evenly throughout the round. That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue working single crochets, making sure that you have 28 single crochets across. I've completed 28 single crochets for round 1. Moving on to round 2, it's chain 3 and turn. We'll now be working on the wrong side. We'll be working double crochets all through the round. I'll also work an increase on either side of the sleeve. So to work an increase, work 2 double crochets into 1 stitch. Continue with double crochets to the last stitch. I'm at the last stitch for round 2. This is the turning chain, the chain 3 from the start of the round. So don't forget to work your stitches into those turning chains as well. So I'll work an increase into the turning chain. So that was 2 double crochets into the 1 stitch. Round 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. We're back onto the right side. Begin by working 8 double crochets into the next 8 stitches. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll now work a 6-stitch cable over the next 6 stitches. To work a 6-stitch cable, skip the first 3 stitches, yarn over twice, work a front post triple crochet into the 4th stitch. Yarn over twice, and into the next stitch work a front post triple crochet. Again, yarn over twice, into the next stitch a front post triple crochet. Yarn over twice, and into the first skip stitch work a front post triple crochet. Yarn over twice, into the second skip stitch work a front post triple crochet. Yarn over twice, and into the third skip stitch work a front post triple crochet. Continue working double crochets to the end of the round. Moving on to round 4, it's chain 3 and turn. We'll now be working on the wrong side. So work double crochets up until the 6-stitch cable. I've worked double crochets to the 6-stitch cable. To work the 6-stitch cable on the wrong side, it's back post triple crochet into all of the stitches, the 6 stitches. To work a back post triple crochet, it's yarn over twice, and working from the back of the stitch, pull up a loop, go through 2 loops, 2 and 2 again. Again, it's yarn over twice into my second stitch, yarn over twice, work a back post triple crochet into the 3rd stitch. So I've worked 3 back post triple crochets into the 3 stitches here. Now to work back post triple crochets into these top 3 stitches. So again, it's yarn over twice and into the 4th stitch, pick up a loop and work a back post triple crochet. Again, yarn over twice into the 5th stitch, work a back post triple crochet, and into the last stitch work a back post triple crochet. Continue working double crochets to the end. I've completed rounds 5 to 37. I've continued to repeat rounds 3 and 4 up until round 37. I've also increased in the following rounds: round 5, round 7, round 9, round 11, round 13, round 15, round 17, round 19, round 33, round 35. I've worked 2 increases, one on either side of the sleeve in those rounds. Moving on to round 38, it's chain 3 and turn. Work an increase into the next stitch. So again, it's 2 stitches into 1. That's 2 double crochets into 1 stitch. Double crochet all the way, leaving the last 6 stitches. I've double crocheted all the way to the end, leaving 6 stitches. I've also double crocheted at the 6 stitch cable. At the 6 stitches, I'll reduce those 6 stitches to 3 stitches, and to do that, it's work 1 stitch into 2 stitches. So to reduce, it's yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2. And to work the last decrease, so I've worked 3 decreases at the end. Moving on to round 39, it's chain 3 and turn. Again, I'll work 3 decreases into the first 6 stitches. So that was 1, 2, and 3. Continue working double crochets to the last stitch. At the last stitch, I'll work and increase. I've completed rounds 40 and 41. Round 40 was a repeat of round 38, where I increased at first, double crochet to the last 6 stitches, and at the last 6 stitches reduced to 3. Round 41 was a repeat of round 39, where I reduced in the first 6 stitches, I double crocheted to the end, and I increased in the last stitch. I've completed round 42. Here I've chain 3, turned, worked an increase into the first stitch, double crocheted, and at the last 2 stitches I decreased, so I made the 2 stitches into 1. I've completed rounds 43 to 45. For rounds 43, I chained 3, double crocheted, and at the end I worked an increase. 44, I chained 3 and worked an increase into the first stitch. Thereafter, I double crocheted to the end. Round 45, I chained 3 and double crocheted to the end. At round 46, I've chained 3, double crocheted, and at my last 2 stitches, I'll decrease. I've completed round 47, where I chained 3, turned, double crocheted all the way to the end. I've completed round 48, I chained 3, turned, worked double crochets, and at my last 2 stitches I decreased. I've completed rounds 49 to 60. I've double crocheted in those rounds without any increases or decreases. I've completed round 61 and 62. For round 61, working on the right side, I chained 3, turned. In the first stitch, I worked an increase. Thereafter, I double crochet to the end. For round 62, I chained 3, turned and worked double crochets all through the round. I completed round 63 and round 64. For round 63, I chained 3, turned, worked an increase in the first stitch and double crocheted to the end. For round 64, I chained 3, turned, working on the wrong side, I double crocheted to the end. Round 65, I've chained 3, turned, working on the right side, I double crocheted to the last 2 stitches where I worked a decrease at the end. Round 66, working on the wrong side, I chained 3, turned, worked a decrease and double crocheted to the end. Round 67, I chained 3, working on the right side, I increased in the first stitch, double crocheted to the last 2 stitches where I worked 1 decrease. Round 68, I chained 3, turned onto the wrong side, I worked a decrease into the first 2 stitches, double crocheted to the last 3 stitches where I worked an increase into each of those stitches. So it's 2 double crochets into each of those 3 stitches. Round 69, I chained 3 and turned onto the right side. Into the first 3 stitches, I worked increases. So that's 2 double crochets in each of the 3 stitches. I double crocheted to the end where at the last 2 stitches I worked a decrease. Round 70, I've chained 3 and turned onto the wrong side. I worked a decrease into the first 2 stitches, double crochet to the end where I worked 3 increases into the last 3 stitches. So that's 2 double crochets per stitch for the last 3 stitches. Round 71, I chained 3 and turned onto the right side. I worked 3 increases into the first 3 stitches. I double crocheted to the 19th stitch, counting the increases. So if I count the stitches, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In the next 6 stitches, the 20th to the 25th stitch, I worked the 6 stitch cable on the right side. Thereafter, I double crocheted to the end where I worked a decrease in the last 2 stitches. Round 72, I chained 3 and turned to the wrong side. I double crocheted to the 6 stitch cable. I worked 6 back post triple crochets and continued to double crochet to the end. I've completed rounds 73 to 106. That was 34 rounds by repeating round 71 and round 72. I also decreased in the following rounds. I worked 2 decreases, one on either side of the sleeve. The rounds in which I worked decreases were round 73, round 75, round 89, round 91, round 93, round 95, round 97, round 99, round 101, round 103, and round 106. So we've completed the right sleeve. We started off with the ribbing of the right sleeve. We moved on to the right sleeve, and then it was the back body, and we've now done the left sleeve, and the last bit to do is the ribbing for the left sleeve. To work the ribbing on the left sleeve, we're now working on the right side. Chain 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Single crochet into the second chain from the hook into the back loop. Again, we'll only single crochet into the back loops. Continue single crochets to the end of the chain. I've completed round 1 of the ribbing. Moving on to round 2, I'll slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. So do not slip stitch into that stitch directly below the chain. Into the next 2 stitches, slip stitch. So that's 1 and 2. Turn. You'll notice that the yarn is on the wrong side, so I'll move the yarn around the hook as well. At this stage, I'll single crochet into the 3rd stitch. So that's the 1st, 2nd, and here's the 3rd. And what that does, it maintains the number of stitches. I have 15 stitches for the ribbing. Make sure that it's always 15. Continue to single crochet to the end. I have completed round 2 of the ribbing. Moving on to round 3, it's chain 1 and turn. Here again, from the 2nd chain from the hook, I'll work a single crochet into the back loop. Then it single crochets into all the back loops. Continue to the end of round 3. I've completed round 3. I have 15 stitches for my ribbing. Chain 1 and turn. Remember, even though we chained 16 at the start, the 1 chain counts as a turning chain. So always make sure that you have 15 stitches for the ribbing. Single crochet into the 2nd chain from the hook, working in the back loop only. Thereafter, single crochet into all the stitches to the end of the round. I've completed the ribbing for the left sleeve by repeating rounds 3 and 4. I then fastened off and cut off the excess yarn. I folded the sleeve with the wrong side facing out. Measure 18 inches or 46 centimeters and mark that off with a stitch marker. Seam up both sides of the sleeve. Using the mattress stitch. The excess yarn, I seam that up as well. Continue to the end at the sleeve ribbing. To complete the shrug, I worked a ribbing around the back and neckline of the shrug. To do that, I attached yarn at the arm and single crocheted evenly across. I then chained 5 and worked the ribbing as I did for the left sleeve. The ribbing completes the look of the shrug.